You can love someone and still feel like you're becoming roommates. If that's happening in your relationship, stay with me because this is a stage a lot of couples hit and most people don't understand what's really going on. If you love your partner and your relationship is starting to feel more like a shared life than a romantic one, this happens to a lot of couples. You're running the house, you're managing the schedule, talking about what needs to get done. You're functioning really, really well, and you're sitting on the same couch. You're not touching. You're saying goodnight, and then you roll over onto your side of the bed. You kiss, but it's quick and functional and sweet. There's less play, less desire, and somewhere in the back of your mind, there's a question that you're not quite saying out loud. Are we becoming roommates? Have we become roommates? Hello there. I'm Deborah Catt, and I've spent over 2 decades supporting people in having better sex and satisfying relationships on their terms. This work isn't just professional, it's personal. I've been with my partner for over 27 years, and over again, we've had to learn how to keep choosing each other as lovers, as erotic beings, instead of people who live a life together. So here's what most people get wrong about this stage in life. They think it's just the way it is, that they've lost the chemistry. It's gone, and maybe this is just who we are now. Underneath that, there's the question, am I still attractive? Does my partner still want me? Would they even notice if I stopped trying and kind of pulled back? People don't say these things out loud. They just start pulling back. You think about reaching for your partner, and then you think, maybe not now. You think about initiating, and then you think, I'm tired, they're tired. It's really not a good time right now. Or you just think, hey, this isn't a big deal. This is how it happens, right? Well, here's the thing. Distance doesn't happen in one big moment. It's these small moments over time where you stop choosing each other. So let's actually name what's happening. You've gotten really good at doing life together. You've stopped creating erotic connection on purpose. And here's the truth. Most people don't know that roommates don't happen by default. They happen because we stop putting attention on each other. Remember back in the day when you were dating and you had all that time to look forward to seeing each other? You might have taken the time and chosen something special, had that music that you put on as you were getting ready for your date night, picking out your date night underwear. All of these things were turning you on before you even saw them. There was the anticipation. There was the attention to yourself, to your body. That's the energy that creates polarity. That's the energy that creates erotic tension. But over time, when we start building safety with each other, we start to settle into routine. Now, safety is a beautiful thing, and in many ways it opens us up in different ways. And that is not what creates the erotic tension. The erotic tension is created when we put our attention there. So you might be a great team, you handle life well together, but at night you're lying next to each other and it feels like there's something missing. There's space in between you. And no one's talking about it. So instead of naming it, people just adjust. They stop initiating, they stop flirting, they stop risking, and the relationship slowly shifts from alive to efficient. Now here's the part that actually matters. The shift back is not complicated, but it does require intention. If you want to move from roommates back to lovers, there are 3 things that matter. First, you have to bring your attention back into your body, because desire doesn't live in your to-do list. It lives in sensation. If you're moving through your day in your head and managing everything, checking the boxes, checking off life, you're not going to feel desire. Not because something is wrong, but because you're not in the part of yourself where desire exists. Second, you have to create moments of connection on purpose, not waiting until you feel like it, actually creating the space for touch, for eye contact, for play and curiosity. These can be small, but they can't be accidental. And third, you have to be willing to risk initiating, flirting, being seen, feeling awkward, even if you're not sure how it will land, because those small edge of risk is what brings the spark back. This is where most couples get stuck. They're waiting to feel desire before they take action. But in long-term relationships, desire often comes after you move towards each other, not before. So if you're in a relationship that is starting to feel like roommates, don't panic. It doesn't mean you've lost something permanent. It means you've reached the stage where what used to be automatic, what used to happen now needs your participation. And honestly, this is where relationship can get even sexier than it was before. Because now you're not just relying on chemistry. You're choosing connection. You're choosing eroticism. And you are choosing to be more of yourself with your partner. If you recognize yourself in this, I invite you to join my Better Sex Skool community. This is a space for people who don't want to settle for fine. This is for people who want to have a great sex life on their terms. People who are willing to tell the truth about what they want, to learn the skills that most of us were never taught, to get out of their heads and back into their bodies, and actually practice connection. If that's you, there's a link below. Come on and join us. Better sex is a practice, and it gets better the more you practice. I'll see you in the next video.